I'd like to call the City Council regular meeting of December 8th to order at 6:30. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Here.
Alderman Anderson.
Here.
Alderman Dash.
Here.
Alderman Dolick.
Here.
And Alderman Morgan Adams is absent with prior notice.
Can I get a motion to, what would be the term? To give Lloyd the city clerk designation for this meeting.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Lloyd, you are our city clerk.
Sounds good.
Please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 3, approval of minutes. We need a motion to approve the November 24th, 2025 City Council regular meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second. Anderson.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or changes? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Abstain.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. We're going to postpone item 4 for now, or skip, postpone or skip, Peter?
He's not here.
He's not here, so we'll skip it for now. Item 5, we have one item, reappointment of Scott DeGraff to the Planning Zoning Board of Appeals Commission. Need a motion to reappoint him.
So moved. Anderson.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments on it? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 5, public comment on agenda matters.
None on the agenda.
None on the agenda?
Yeah,
Should we do it now?
I mean, they could, if you want to.
All right, this is a technical thing here, but the agenda, it is on the agenda for discussion, which I know a lot of people have come here for that topic. So I don't want to skip you to speak before we act on something that's coming up in the agenda in regards to the ICE issue. So if you have if you want to come up, even though you didn't fill out a slip, that's okay, just come up and state your name. And so if you just want to, you can start from this side, going this way. Anybody want to speak to that issue? Which is item, what number is it?
9H.
Item 9H.
Yeah, we can start with the slips then if because they're
Oh, they're on non-agenda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to change your non-agenda to agenda because it is on the agenda.
Yeah.
All right. So go.
All right, so we'll have Daniela Hernandez first.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniela. I work for Mango's Fresh Market located at the Milwaukee Plaza here in Prospect Heights. I stand here once again asking you guys for your help on protecting our city against immigration agents. Like I said last time, immigration agents have been using our property to detain people. With your help, we can protect residents from being illegally detained with no warrant or criminal record. Since this started probably like 3 months ago, I want to say, our sales have been decreased due to customers being scared to go out and buy their groceries, especially because ICE agents have been using Milwaukee's Plaza's parking lot to do their operations. By you guys, judges, approving our request, this will not only help our business increase its sales, but also make our residents feel safe once again. Seeing our customers being afraid to go out to simply buy groceries is so heartbreaking. We started helping out by doing deliveries, which is giving our customers some peace of mind and not having to worry about going out to buy food. Hopefully, you guys are able to understand our frustration with this situation and approve the request ICE out of Prospect Heights.
Thank you.
Next is Valerie Mata.
So I guess I have a quick question. Like, do the people here realize that we have a motion drafted? Like, have they seen it? Okay, so, okay, we got some people shaking their head no.
But they've all been, a lot of people have been to the meeting before,
Yeah,
but
I
that's why
agree.
they signed up the wrong.
Right, yeah, no, but I just want to make sure they realize that we drafted a policy statement.
Right.
There are copies available.
Perfect, and that so there were copies at the door, so they could read what that policy says, and speak to the policy, because, hey, you can certainly ask us to do a policy, right? But we've already drafted one, so that's my point, is like, if they're gonna be here asking us to address the topic, they should know that we have addressed the topic, and that's what we're voting on tonight.
But they don't necessarily, and not everybody necessarily is here to suggest that we pass a policy. They have different ideas, and that's
I want
why.
to be known that there is, right, there is a policy statement that we will be voting on.
Correct.
That addresses this topic.
Okay, you could go, you go ahead.
Sorry.
Good evening. My name is Valerie Mata, and I'm a junior at John Hersey High School and a member at the Hana Center Suburban Youth Council. Growing up in Prospect Heights, I've seen how much our community depends on trust and support, regardless of where we come from. Whether it was meeting families at school events, volunteering at school, or just spending time with friends whose parents immigrated here, I've always felt that Prospect Heights is a city where everyone feels safe. But that sense of safety is threatened by immigration and customs enforcement. The present scares families who have been a part and worked for this community for years. Because of this, the City Council should pass a resolution to prohibit ICE from operating on city property in order to make our community and community members feel safer. One of the biggest reasons I care about the limitation of ICE's presence is that it directly affects the people I know. Growing up in Prospect Heights, many of my friends' family and my family are immigrants, and I have seen firsthand of how hard our parents and our families work. They often juggle many jobs to support their families while staying involved in the community. As a result, I've also seen the fear that spreads when ICE targets Prospect Heights and the areas surrounding it. Both Piperland and Powahki Plaza have been targeted before, leaving innocent families scared to even do daily tasks like grocery shopping, going to work, or simply just walking their kids to the bus stop. The Trump administration claims that they are taking illegal aliens and savage criminals. But what our community has actually seen are hardworking landscapers, construction workers, or neighbors. Our neighbors and parents just simply trying to provide for their families. Some arrests have even been carried out illegally without body cameras, clear identification, no warrants signed by a judge, and officers covering their faces, which makes families feel unsafe and unsure if their rights are even being respected or even if they matter. This fear doesn't just affect adults. No child should have to worry that something might happen to the parents, and students should never have to fear of being separated from their families while at school. The stress and anxiety kids experience from this fear can make it hard for them to feel safe, learn, and participate in everyday activities. No one should have to live with that constant fear, especially in a community they call home. Another reason passing a resolution matters is that a community built on trust cannot function when people are afraid to interact with each other and with city services. I know that when families are afraid of ICE, they are less likely to report crimes, ask for help, or participate in community events that are supposed to bring us together. This creates an immigration domino effect. When one family pulls back in fear, others around them do too, causing entire neighborhoods to disengage from schools, public programs, and essential services. This also causes major economic harm. When people avoid going to work, shopping locally, or participating in the labor force because they are afraid of being targeted, businesses lose workers, local shops lose customers, and the community loses stability. This withdrawal weakens our community as a whole, causing everyone to fear and feel less connected and less supported. By taking action, the council would help restore the trust and show that Prospect Heights values community over intimidation and fear. For these reasons, my personal connection to Prospect Heights, the real impact ICE activity has had on families in places like Piper Lane and Powahki Plaza, and my belief in a safer and more united community, the council should pass a resolution prohibiting ICE from operating on city property. Protecting our community means protecting the definition of what it is, a place where people care for one another, share responsibility, and work together to make life better for everyone. Thank you.
Next, we have Andrew De La Alas.
All right. Good evening. My name is Andrew De La Salas, and I serve as the Youth Program Coordinator at the HANA Center, which is an established business in Prospect Heights. In my role, I lead the Suburban Youth Council, which is made up of students of immigrant backgrounds from across the northwest suburbs and regularly meets in the Powahki Plaza. We stay up to date about ICE in the community, and students felt it was important for you to hear how immigration enforcement actions are affecting them. Today, I'll be sharing some testimonies from students who are unable to be here today. From a Tajik American senior at John Hersey. My community has been greatly impacted by ICE enforcement in our neighborhoods. Their aggressive and unexpected raids have instilled fear in all members of our community. Specifically, the presence of ICE at Powahki Plaza, where HANA Center is located, has made me uncomfortable and scared since I'm part of the Suburban Youth Council at HANA. They've diminished the safe and welcoming environment at HANA, and only when ICE is restricted from city property will Prospect Heights return to the way it was. I envision a world where no one has to live in fear and where we, as a community, protect each other. In our society, it has become normalized to focus on yourself and ignore the suffering of those around you. If a resolution is passed, all Prospect Heights residents will feel supported, and the reduced fear would result in more unity. Passing a resolution would be a representation of the American values we all love and promote: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. From an Indian American sophomore at Stevenson High School. ICE has created fear and uncertainty in and around my community. Students and families are worried about sending their kids to school and work. The city's safety has allowed me to feel welcome and secure here. Prospect Heights has allowed people to feel supported and welcomed rather than threatened. I envision a world where people are safe and can walk around without the risk of ICE. A resolution that would prohibit ICE from operating on city grounds would help ease the fear of some residents and make Prospect Heights a safer place for everyone involved. I believe the values of the city and its council members include respect and compassion for everyone, and a resolution would enforce the safety that the city offers, make a real impact, and show the city cares about their residents and their fears. This is from a Laotian American senior at John Hersey. For my community, there are many Hispanic and other people of color within the area that are more likely to be targeted. It's important that we have people who can speak out about ICE as they're disrupting our neighborhoods and honestly making it unsafe for people to live here. I work with kids and communicate with parents of diverse backgrounds, and it's heartbreaking to think about how they are affected by ICE similar to other places in the northwest suburbs. I envision a world where people could truly live with freedom and equal rights and enabling them to voice their own opinions. We all possess different skills, lives, and character traits, but at the end of the day, we're all human and deserve to be treated with the same respect. If that isn't possible, that's not a world safe for people to thrive and prosper in. It's imperative that we come to a solution in order to keep our communities safe and allow people to live freely. I think Prospect Heights shares values of justice, unity, and community. A resolution would represent an actualization of these values because it would show that as a city council, you're responsible and ready to respond to any cause of danger towards the people of Prospect Heights. People should be unified in showing togetherness, not tearing families and communities apart. Justice should be brought to the people. As the council serves the people, I hope this is something that can promote the community and wellness that Prospect Heights should clearly exhibit. So, once again, as HANA's Youth Program Coordinator, I'm proud to work with students who deeply care about their community and believe in the power of local government to make a difference. This is now the third meeting where community members have testified to the brutality of ICE, and before then, we haven't had a response from this council. We hope today that the council will be moved by their constituents to take action, whether by the resolution or even adding Know Your Rights information and the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights Family Support Network hotline to the website and ensure that all members of city government have the proper training. We encourage you to make the city safer for these young people, just as you would for your own children and grandchildren. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Ken Ribeiro.
Good evening. My name is Ken Ribeiro, and I serve as part of the community education team at HANA Center. In my role, I match community members who want to learn English with volunteer tutors. I'll be reading 2 more testimonials from Suburban Youth Council members who were unable to attend in person tonight. From an Indian American senior at Neuqua Valley High School. The presence of ICE and ICE enforcement brings with it widespread fear and trauma, even among those who are innocent and have no criminal history. ICE actions are aggressive enforcement tactics such as raids and arrests, which brings chaos into peaceful communities and disrupts order. Furthermore, this atmosphere of fear discourages people from working as per usual, reducing the overall safety and stability of neighborhoods. Prospect Heights has long prided itself on being a safe, welcoming neighborhood, and it is essential that it remains so. A safe Prospect Heights is crucial for people to have stability and trust within their communities, and ICE enforcement prevents this from happening. My ideal world is one where peace is maintained and people do not feel threatened by enforcement figures. Fear of enforcement figures often harbors resentment and leads to an environment that is unsafe and chaotic. The resolution aims to prevent this from happening by keeping ICE away from city property. ICE enforcement tactics have been violent and excessive, and letting them continue their actions only worsens the situation by fostering panic. In order for there to be a world where peace is maintained and no resentment is harbored, people must feel comfortable with law enforcement figures and not feel threatened by their violence. Passing a resolution would achieve a world where this is the case and peace is maintained. Prospect Heights and its council members have long shared the common commitment to maintaining peace and stability within the community. This belief is rooted in the idea that people are able to feel at rest and do their best knowing that they can trust those around them, especially those who work in law enforcement. Enforcement figures are people to look up to and approach in times of need and worry. However, recent policy has made it so that ICE involvement strips people from their trust in the community and enforcement figures, as ICE involvement has only added to the panic and chaos of situations. The resolution proposed helps preserve the sense of peace that Prospect Heights values by preventing fear-based disruptions and maintaining a welcoming environment. From a Vietnamese American junior at John Hersey High School. My community has experienced a rise in fear and anxiety throughout their everyday life. Personally, students at my high school not only have to worry about grades, homework, and tests, but also whether or not they and their parents are safe from ICE. This constant pressure and safety threat poses negative effects on well-being that are completely unnecessary if the Prospect Heights community was better equipped to protect their occupants. I envision a world where everyone is protected, feeling safe and comfortable during day-to-day life. This is something that should be normalized. However, it's not with the presence of ICE enforcement. Enacting a resolution to forbid ICE from operating in Prospect Heights would produce a sense of safety for its residents that should have been a given already. I believe Prospect Heights and its council members share a concern for their residents, a joint desire to make Prospect Heights a welcoming community where everyone can feel secure, whether it's in their homes or out doing errands. Despite this, ICE enforcement continues to pose a threat to Prospect Heights members. This resolution would remove the encroaching danger to residents and produce a desired sense of protection, making it something completely necessary to implement. Thank you for listening to these testimonials. I hope that the council can respond to their concerns through a resolution or publicizing additional resources.
Thank you.
Next, we have Michelle Black.
Good evening, everyone. Like he said, my name is Michelle Black. I'm speaking today not only as a business owner since September of 21, but also a resident of Prospect Heights. I want to start off by saying, first of all, this is a great first step, but to say that the Prospect Heights Police Department have just been fantastic in supporting, I think, and trying to make citizens, at least from the feedback I'm hearing, of just feeling like when they're present and they're more present in the plaza, this ICE fear and things, it seems to be a little bit less. Everyone's told some great stories today. I have a few data points that I wanted to share because I'm a data girl. In January of 2025, 31% of ICE arrests were of people who did not have criminal charges. That rose to 61% in June. We should all be worried about that. The national average is 47%. Still not a great statistic. Illinois is much higher. One of my fellow tenants in the plaza spoke to our revenue being down. I'm sure your tax rolls are probably reflecting that. I'm happy to share when I wrap up my fourth quarter report where ours are, but it's not about that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here when people come into my store and say they're afraid. Or when I hear the manager next door at the Dollar Tree say that his store went from the top producing store in the region to almost the bottom, and they're watching children come to buy the groceries because their parents are afraid to come. Our country's not based on that. Prospect Heights is not based on that. I had a gentleman come in and talk about how his truck was hit with pellet guns. Now, this was not in Prospect Heights, and damaged, and we're talking an $80,000 pickup truck. So this isn't somebody that's poor, downtrodden. Like, this is affecting everyone. I have another colleague that's a business colleague. She's been here 20 years, owns a home, owns a business. She said probably going back to Mexico and handing her business to her children. She's been trying for 20 years to get citizenship. Now, if you all know, it costs, $10,000 plus to become a citizen. Again, that's not a Prospect Heights issue, but I think we need to be aware that people can't follow a process when the fees are so high, they can't afford to be a citizen, or the timeline is so long that time runs out for them. The 14th Amendment always comes to my head, equal protection under the law, regardless of citizenship. We all stood up and started the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, liberty and justice for all. I'm asking you all, pass this resolution, but then is it a work group? Is it a focus group with all levels of people that serve, work, and live in the community to find a way that people aren't coming in and saying, I'm afraid? Our default rates are down on our loans. We've tried to offer private appointments and coming in at a really bizarre hour so people will come to us because people that need money, ICE knows they're coming at their worst moment to try to get help from my business, which, it is help for many, many people who don't have a lot of revenues. A lot of people now are coming in and loaning or flat out selling their things to get their families out of Prospect Heights or out of Chicago. They're selling everything they have to get out. And I don't think that we want Prospect Heights to be a place where people want to sell everything they have to get out. We are a thriving community, we're an inclusive community, and I urge you all to really take some good action beyond this policy statement and help all the citizens and residents of Prospect Heights. Thank you.
Next is Francisco Ruiz.
Good evening, Mayor and trustees. Thank you first and foremost for taking that opportunity to have a roll vote for the resolution or the statement that you're voting on today. Thank you. But more than anything, I would like to thank each and every one of you. In all generations, they've showed up for this community. As I told you before, my name is Francisco Ruiz. I'm a business owner here in Prospect Heights. I lived in Prospect Heights for approximately more than 20 years. I recently moved to Buffalo Grove, but I still have the business here in Prospect Heights, which I so love, my community. And I'm also a pastor out of Arlington Heights. Ministerio Siervo de Cristo Jesús, Ministries of Christ Jesus Ministries of Christ Jesus, sorry. And I just want to thank you. Whether something gets passed for the city or not, you already passed the test of loving your neighbor. You already did that. And the decisions that we make are going to affect our upcoming generations. So thank you so much for doing that. Just the other day I was, like I said, I live in Buffalo Grove, and I was doing my driveway, and I went around the corner, and I saw my neighbor, who was a white gentleman, who was elderly. Maybe he was in his 65 or 70 years old, and I saw him having troubles shoveling the snow. And I was with my two kids. I have an 11-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, and I was with them and they were helping out our neighbors shovel the snow. So I came out of my car, and I asked the gentleman if he needed some help. He's like, I'm okay. But then I'm like, don't worry about it, I'll go ahead and help you. I took out my shovel and I helped him. And I went back home, helped out my other neighbor, and maybe 10 minutes passed by, and I saw this gentleman walking towards my house. It was a few houses down from my house, and he came to me, a white gentleman. He's like, during these times of so much separation, I just wanted to thank you for helping me. And with teary eyes. And that just goes to show, I don't look at who I'm gonna be helping. I just wanna be able to help, because we all bleed the same blood. We all have the same sufferings. Now that I'm getting older, I think more about my parents and about the health struggles they have, even with our knees sometimes hurting. We wake up in the morning, we don't wake up. My son, he wakes up and he's jumpy, and he goes to sleep jumpy. And I don't wake up jumpy anymore. Right? We just have to remember who we are. We're humans, and we should look out for each other. And like I said before, and I hope we all have room for growth, spiritually wise. We're all growing. We're all becoming more elderly. No matter what happens, we're all getting more elderly, but it doesn't mean that we're growing up and maturing spiritually. But the decisions that we make today, they will affect tomorrow. The lives that we live today is because of the decisions that we made yesterday, but the decision that we make today will affect tomorrow. So I hope that we pass something that appeases some of the situation that we have going at this time. But I want to thank you, because you already passed the test. Thank you very much, Mayor and trustees. God bless the city of Prospect Heights, and like I said before, God blesses to the extent that the city blesses its residents. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Danny Kovac.
Hi, Mayor, Alderman, good to see you. My name is Danae Kovac. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the executive director at HANA Center. You've heard from several of my colleagues as well as our youth. Thank you, as someone mentioned, for this first step that we were made aware of here during this meeting. I just have a couple of questions that I wanted to ask that I would appreciate if the City Council is able to address either tonight during the discussion, or if not at another time. It would be helpful to know when that would be. So the first question is there a difference between a policy statement and a resolution or an ordinance? And if so, what is the difference? Both in terms of what that means for how it is rolled out at the city, as well as how enforcement happens. Secondly, I noticed in the policy on page 2 that it says that all officers, referring to police department officers, are fully trained in the mandates of the Trust Act. I would appreciate more information to know what exactly does that training entail, how often does it happen, how is that training updated. Additionally, I'm curious to know if city staff are also trained. There's some additional information about, what can and cannot happen in public versus non-public spaces on city property. So would like to know what training city staff have regarding enforcing those policies. And then finally, my question is, what is the plan for distribution regarding this policy statement, and assuming that it is passed tonight or at a future meeting? How will information be shared with the community? Will it be available in multiple languages? And how will we make sure that residents of Prospect Heights are clear on what the City Council has done, and how we can continue to work together to protect all of our residents here? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was all the slips that were.
That was it?
Yep.
Okay. We don't typically comment on people speaking because they can go on forever. So, but just a quick clarification. I think it was Andrew had said that we had not met with anybody. We had met with Hannah in my office after the first meeting that people were at. So we have been meeting with, or we did meet with, and we'll meet again to answer the questions that you brought, because I kind of look to you as the leader of the group. So we absolutely will meet with you and go over the questions that you had brought up. Thank you. Okay. Item 7, consent agenda.
All items listed on the consent agenda are considered routine by the City Council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a City Council member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered as a separate agenda item. We have one item tonight, item A, O2535, staff memo and ordinance amending Chapter 1, Title 7, Section 4, Deputy Clerk Responsibilities, second reading.
This is a second reading of this ordinance. Need a motion to approve?
So moved, Anderson.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Peter, just 20 seconds of what this is about again.
Real quick, this is a cleanup of some language in our code for the deputy clerk being able to sign for the clerk. So it's just housekeeping, cleanup of language of the code.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye, sorry.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 8, old business, and before he starts reading them, this is going to be very mundane, but something we have to do. So don't think that we do this because we like it, it's just how it has to be done. So go ahead, Lloyd.
We have item A, O2528. This is the staff memo and ordinance for levy for the Prospect Heights Police Pension Fund. This is the second reading of item A.
So this is the second reading, we need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, Anderson.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item B is O2529. This is the levy for Special Service Area 1.
This is the second reading, we need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Mr. Mayor, since these are all the levy issues, can we make an omnibus motion to do that, or do we need to do them
Yes,
individually?
we need to do them individually.
Okay.
That's why I gave that little, that this is going to be very dry for a little while.
That's
but
fine. I just wanted to clarify.
He tried everything.
That's fine, sir.
It's all the
Thank you.
lawyer's fault.
Blame the lawyers.
So we have a motion and a second.
We're on to item C first.
We're on, okay.
We have item C, O2530. This is the levy for Special Service Area 2, and this is a second reading.
This is the second reading for ordinance 02530. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
We have to
motion?
Oh, see, this is getting
So moved,
crazy.
Anderson.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
We have item D. This is O2531. This is the tax levy for Special Service Area 3, also the second reading.
Second reading for our ordinance 02531. We need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
We have item E, O2532. This is the levy for Special Service Area 4, second reading.
It's the second reading of ordinance 02532. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
We have item F, O2533. This is tax levy for Special Service Area 5, second reading.
This is the second reading for ordinance 02533. We need a motion to approve.
So moved, Anderson.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, we have item G, O2534. This is the tax levy for Special Service Area 8, also a second reading.
Second reading of ordinance 02534. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. New business.
We have item A. This is a waiver of first reading, O-2536, staff memo and ordinance granting a special use permit for the installation of an electronic message center sign at 14 East Camp McDonald, the Prospect Heights Police Department. This will be the first reading for the waiver.
This is a first reading, so there's no action today.
No, this will be.
Oh, it's a waiver, okay, so the waiver of first reading. We need a motion to waive first reading.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Everybody knows what this is about?
Yeah.
This is about an electronic sign that's going to be in front of the police station. It required action by the ZBA. Therefore, we have to pass an ordinance approving it to be able to be placed there, just so the public knows. So we have a motion and a second on this already. No comments, so roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, now we have item B. This is the ordinance itself, O-2536, for the electric message sign. This is second reading now.
So this is the second reading for ordinance O-2536, which is the actual passage of the ordinance. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Cameron, second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, we have item C. This is also a waiver of first reading for O-2537, staff memo and ordinance approving a special use permit to allow a sit-down restaurant at 1301 South Wolf Road, Unit 209, for the Mongolian Heritage Center. This is the first reading.
So a waiver of first reading has been requested for ordinance O-2537. We need a motion to approve.
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Where is that exactly?
We need a second before I can
second.
tell you. Second? Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Peter or Dan, who would like to?
Thank you very much, Mayor, council members. The Mongolian Heritage Center is located at 1301 South Wolf Road. It's right across the street from the Splish Splash Car Wash. And the Mongolian Heritage Center purchased the building about a year and a half ago. And they operate on the first and second floors, and then the third and fourth floors have been purchased by Mongolian businesses. So the Heritage Center contacted the city looking for an opportunity to bring in traditional foods to the center to not only serve those patrons that participate in Heritage Center activities, the public and the business people, also to serve through small on-site service, but delivery and takeout of traditional Mongolian food in the area to support their services. So they will be occupying a space on the second floor, small kitchen adjoined to their great room. The ZBA recommended a unanimous 7-0 approval with a couple small conditions, that they did not want to have visibility of the active kitchen from the windows on the second floor facing Wolf Road, and that any exhaust equipment not be mounted onto the side of the building to impact the aesthetics, but that it'd have to be blended in or find another route through the roof. So the owner of the restaurant, Ms. Monk, is here this evening if you have any additional questions of her, but I believe it'll be a very positive use for the center and to introduce and have another area to get some good traditional food.
Would that restaurant be in like the front area or the side or the back end?
It would be when you come into the lobby on the main floor, you take the stairs or elevator, the second, go to the right, and it's right inside, and it's in an area that kind of faces Wolf Road. There's a small little, roughly 550 to 600 square foot kitchen area that will also help potentially support the Heritage Center on some other events as well.
Okay. And how many, for the sit-down restaurant, how many people can sit?
There is a diagram in the packet, but I believe they proposed 6 seats, and if some encounter space. It's traditionally, and the owner is here. A lot of their business will be people coming up to pick up their food, go back down to the classes, go down to the area, and then some, and the employees upstairs. So if you'd like to come up and explain a little bit more, this is the owner.
Hello, my name is Nansalma Monk. I'm the owner of Nomadic Mongolian Restaurant. And we have the restaurant in this place, although our Mongolian Community Center just started a year and a half ago. All of the Mongolian communities are happening during this building. Also, we have some lack of service for the Mongolian food. They requested us to set up a small restaurants, but although since we are serving our food, we want to not only the Mongolian communities, the people who are around the prospect areas, we want to introduce our national food. That's why we are preparing. Since our space is smaller, there's something around 800 square feet, we are just trending 6 to 7 seats, and mostly we prepare for pickup and delivery service.
What hours and days of operation?
We are planning to 6 days and 11 to 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And will you be having a sign outside for people to see?
Maybe we will do some lights sign, not the big ones, because since the building has the main signage, we will do just window lighting sign.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Look forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did a very good presentation of your,
Thank you very
your plan that you submitted, so very detailed, very good.
Okay,
Thank you. And I think this has always been part of the plan. When they came in to buy the building, I thought they told us that they were hoping to do this even when they, prior to buying the building.
Yeah, they had indicated that they were taking that portion of the second floor, the south half, and making more of a community room and potentially having some service for events and stuff. But what they found is the need was more for the day-to-day activity basis instead of just the special events. So that that's why they came back to the city to ask to go this direction.
And can you tell us why restaurants need a special use? Is there anything special about this, or is it just?
The way the zoning code is written for this area, this zoning district, all sit-down and restaurants require special use because could there possibly be liquor served, hours of operations, number of people, looking at parking counts. So in this particular case, it just is one of the requirements of a sit-down restaurant.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
No, thank you very much.
Thank you. So we do have a first and second on the waiver of the first reading for ordinance 02537. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, now we have item D. This is the second reading of 02537 for the sit-down restaurant at 1301 South Wolf Road.
So we will need a motion to approve ordinance 02537, the second reading.
So moved.
Second, Anderson?
We have a motion and a second. Any questions?
No, kind of answered.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, next is item E. This is also a waiver of first reading for 02538. Staff memo and ordinance reducing the number of A liquor license from 11 to 8, full liquor Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m., Friday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m., and Sunday from noon to 2 a.m. This will be the first reading for the waiver.
So we need a motion to pass the waiver of the first reading ordinance 02538.
Oh, we can't ask a question until motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Questions?
What is the change in here? In this
What?
license? Is there a change?
As the council knows, liquor licenses do not exist until the council creates one.
Right.
And then when a business goes out of business that has a liquor license, that liquor license just hangs out there in the ether.
Right.
So in order to make sure that the amount of available liquor licenses match up with the amount of actual businesses, what we have to do every now and then is to cancel out those additional liquor licenses that aren't being used. In this case, it's 2 of our hotels. It's the Ramada, which was sold and is now going to be the Sky Harbor development, and Crown Plaza. The other one is, you may remember, at Prospect Crossing, there was going to be a seafood restaurant that unfortunately, they just had funding issues and they weren't able to move forward with it. So those are the 3 licenses that are out there that the council created that aren't being used. So just for good housekeeping purposes, we just don't want to have liquor licenses just laying out there for no reason.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's purely just the number. It's not changing anything
Yeah, okay.
of our licenses or
Okay.
how they are.
I get it now, I understand.
So we have,
Thank you.
any other questions? We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, now we'll have item F. This will be the second reading to reduce the amount of a liquor license. This is O2538.
So this is the approval of the second reading, O2538. We need a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, we have item G. This is R2579, staff memo and resolution providing for and requiring the submission of the proposition of issuing general obligation bonds to the voters of the city of Prospect Heights, Cook County, Illinois, at the general primary election to be held on the 17th day of March 2026.
Okay, we need a motion to approve.
So moved. Anderson?
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Peter, would you like to tell us about it?
Hopefully, most everybody knows now that the city is going to be proposing a road bond referendum question on the March 2026 ballot. What this would do is, we have information on our website, but this road bond would fund, it's a 20-year bond we're asking for $21.5 million over that 20 years. This would fund approximately 65% of our road repair, of the city's roads for repairs. It would do needed bridge maintenance. As you know, in Prospect Heights, we don't have a lot of curb and gutter, which drastically reduces the life of some of our intersections. So this would address that as curb and gutter, or curb for the approximately 25 intersections. It also would fund some sidewalk improvements. As you know, in Prospect Heights, we don't have a lot of sidewalks as well. And then lastly, would help fund some needed road maintenance equipment and vehicles that the city needs. So that's going to be on the March. We reached out to the public with a survey. Approximately 65% of the responses that we got were positive, that they would be in favor of the road bond. So this resolution actually puts the road bond referendum on the March 2026 ballot.
Any questions? There'll be a lot more coming out about this as time goes on, but this is the first step in moving forward with putting it on the ballot for approval. We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, we have item H, motion to approve policy statement on recent federal law enforcement immigration operations.
We need a motion to approve.
So move.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 10, staff and elected officials and commission reports. We will start on the left here with Lloyd. Do you have anything?
No report.
Peter?
No, sir.
Dan?
Real quickly, it's that time of year where we have cold winter conditions. It's especially important now to make sure that all your Furnaces have been maintained, inspected up to date. You keep your batteries changed in your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. And should you have a problem with your furnace going out or something like that, the city will do an emergency permit as long as the contractor comes in immediately to help you get heat. Please do not open your ovens. Certain types of heaters are not safe and produce carbon monoxide. We want everybody to be safe this winter and holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you. Mark?
Just real quick, just a reminder, we are in the winter season. It came a little early this year. And if you are snow blowing, snow plowing, or shoveling your driveway, do not put the snow back into the street. The streets are designed to have parkways, and we push the snow off the road, and then we treat it. And when the snow gets put back onto the road, cars drive over it, it creates a hazard for you and your neighbors. We've had some issues of people slipping on snow that was piled back up onto the roadway. So do yourself a favor and do your neighbors a favor and put it off to the side. And be careful. Winter is here. Thank you.
Thank you. Bob?
No report.
Chief?
No report, sir.
Okay. Elected, am I right? Danielle? No?
Just happy holidays, be safe this winter season. Thank you.
Well, I just want to thank Peter. I emailed him really early in the morning. We lost power for, 7 to 8 hours during that
I was at work,
windstorm.
so I didn't know.
Pardon me?
Oh.
No, you did not. I know, I looked across. Your lights were on and mine were off.
Okay.
But I haven't lost power more than 5 or 10 minutes in the 27 years I've lived in my house. So apparently there was a line that went down at 3 in the morning, and we didn't get power back on until 12:30 noon. And so it's the first time we've been out of power. So I'm glad that it was all fixed. So thank you, Peter, and wish everyone a safe and Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, and be kind to each other.
Michelle?
No report. Thank you.
Okay. I'd just like to comment on, you guys all came here, and for 3 meetings, you've heard a lot about city stuff, and you've heard more than most residents in town about what goes on in city and how these meetings go. What I don't want to get lost in this whole discussion that's been going on and the meetings that have gone on is that Prospect Heights is a welcoming community. I mean, you remove ICE from the equation of what's been going on recently, and I'm proud of how our city handles everybody in the community. The police department works very hard in building bridges and communicating. And with their outreach program, there's organizations within town, I'm on the Lions Club and have been for 28 years, and we help fund and support that program, or there's a lot that goes on that people don't know about, and we might disagree on how we can help affect change to what's going on now, but the city is acting on what it believes is its best interest for not just the city, but for the residents too. And that's how we arrived at this, where we're at now. But I just don't want, I hope nobody on the council or any of the staff who does deal with and works hard to make sure that we're open and that we're supportive, I just don't want that to get lost in all this. So we might disagree, but we really do want what's best. And after the meeting, I'm sorry. We do want what's best, and we'll always meet with whoever wants to talk about this. And if something changes, we can change. We can change what we can, or what we might be able to do to help. But at this time, this is where we're at. But again, I don't want to lose sight of that we are a caring community, and we just might disagree on what we're able to do. Again, we're a very small city. I mean, our budget is, I think Arlington Heights probably spends more on salt in a year than what our entire budget is in the city, right? So that's another factor to a lot of what, how we react to things and what we can and can't do. So with that said, we'll move on to approval of the warrants.
All right, for the approval of expenditures tonight, we have a total amount of $1,852,807.70. We have a couple wire payments, one of a November 28, 2025 payroll in the amount of $190,651.88. And then we have a manual check for the law offices of John Fiati for the November adjudication in the amount of $800, bringing the total warrant amount tonight to $2,044,259.58.
Need a motion to approve?
So moved, Anderson?
Second, Cameron.
A motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Dash.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Public comment on non-agenda matters?
No slips.
No slips? Okay. Item 13, we don't have an executive session, so we will not have item 14, which is action on that executive session that we're not having. Item 15, adjournment. I look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Anderson?
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.